Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can edit the slides in VisualBook and make them perfect. So let's start with this particular slide. I've generated this presentation about Mars from the Wikipedia page for Mars. So I'm looking at all of the images and slides, and I want to clean things up a little bit. So for example, in this image, I see some text on this image that I don't want. So I'm going to edit slide, and then here you can see the menu for fixing the for regenerating the image or regenerating the text. Right, so let's start with the image. So I'm going to say remove the text at the top of the image, right? And I'm going to say modify image so that it doesn't generate a new image, but instead modifies this one. So let's do modify image. Great. So let's give that a couple of minutes. If you just want to quickly, if you don't like the image you see and you just want a new one, just click Feeling Lucky. It's going to use this description and the context of this book to generate a new image. You can also write a specific prompt to generate a completely new image. And finally, you can do a web search. So great, it has actually removed all of the text and now it's just a pure image. Now, the original image is still there, and all the images you generate for any slide are still available, and you can go back to the old image if you want to. You can just click make official, and this will become the official image. So let's go back, and since this is the image we really want, perfect. Similarly, we can also regenerate the text. You want more information about it, just hit elaborate. So it's going to go into the file, and based on this context, it's going to generate, it's going to fetch more information about it. So here it says dominated by volcanic activity and flooding, formation of extensive lava plains. Okay, so this is what happened during the Hesperian period. But if you want more information, elaborate. Similarly, you also have shorten. If the slide has too much information, you can use shorten to kind of summarize it. Great. So now it has a much more descriptive information. The Hesperian period, and it was marked by intense volcanic activity and widespread flooding. Okay, extensive lava plains formed during this time, shaping much of the planet's surface. Great. And you can go back to the previous one using revert and the previous text that you had. You can also fetch more information about a specific, like for example, let's say here it has generated one slide about the Amazonian period, and okay, it has one slide about the internal structure of Mars. Let's say I wanted more slides about this, so I could say gen slides, and you can just hit fetch more. So now it's going to look at all of this information. It's going to look at the internal structure of Mars. It's going to go back to your file, and it's going to fetch more information about the more slides about the internal structure of Mars. Great. Generated 6 new slides. Let's go ahead and generate the images for these slides. So Mars has a layered interior featuring a crust, mantle, and core. Okay, seismic data indicates a diverse heterogeneous mantle and a partially molten core. Okay. The Martian crust averages 42 to 56 kilometers in thickness. The Mars's mantle is seismically active. Okay. Yeah. Liquid silicate layer. So great. Now we've generated more information. You can also, let's say, for example, if you find the information somewhere a little complicated, you can hit the simplify button, and it's going to take this information and break it down so that you can understand it better. You can also ask a question, so that it would kind of, if you have a question about the content of a slide, for example, if you don't understand something, you can ask a question and it'll generate more slides from that. You can also so these are like just the various ways in which you can edit the images and the text for each slide until you have the perfect presentation. Thank you.